Yo, what is good, everybody? So right now, on this laptop, I've got over 200 AI providers running through one single address on my own machine, and a big chunk of those come with a free tier. Not a trial, an actual free tier, published by those companies on their own pricing pages. Most people just never go looking for it. Today we're building the whole thing from scratch, click by click. And I mean it. If you've never opened a terminal in your life, you're still finishing this video with it running. Quick note for the regulars. A while back I covered a smaller version of this idea, and that one did numbers. This is the bigger, sharper version. Way more providers, and this time it plugs straight into the editor you code in. And if you're new here, you don't need to have seen that one. We start from zero today. Here's what you walk away with. One address that every AI tool on your computer can talk to. Automatic fallback, so when one provider runs dry, it slides to the next and you don't notice. And a compression trick near the end that stretches your free quota further than it should go. Let's get into it. One thing first, you need Node.js. That's the engine this runs on. Go to nodejs.org, links below. Click on Get Node.js. On the next screen, just scroll down a bit and click on windowsinstaller.msi. Download it. Run the installer. And honestly, just click Next, 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 Install. Defaults are completely fine. Do not overthink this. Now here's the important bit. Once it's done, hit your Windows key, type CMD, and open Command Prompt. And use Command Prompt, not PowerShell. There's a couple of small differences that trip beginners up, and Command Prompt just works. Trust me on this one. In that black window, type node -v. Type it out. Hit Enter. You should see a version number pop up. It needs to start with 22 or 24. And I want to explain why, because this one's actually specific. The docs say Node 21 and 23 are not supported. It's about the database library it uses under the hood. So if you're on 23, it will break, and you'll have no idea why. So, 24.18. Perfect. You're good. Let's install it. Type this exactly. You can also copy and paste the command from the website linked in the description. That -G means install it globally, so you can run it from anywhere. Hit Enter. This takes a minute, maybe two. You'll see a wall of text scrolling, completely normal. Let it cook. Quick heads up while that runs. If you get a red permission error, don't panic. Close the window. Go to Start menu, type CMD again, but this time right-click Command Prompt and pick Run as Administrator. Same command. Fixes it basically every time. Okay. Scrolling stopped, cursor's back. Moment of truth. Type OmniRoute. One word. Hit Enter. Boom. Terminal shows the startup banner and the localhost URL. It boots, and it tells you the dashboard is live at localhost. And now, important. Do not close that command prompt window. That window is the server. Close it, OmniRoute stops. Minimize it, leave it running. Now just copy this localhost link from the CMD and open it in your browser. If it asks for the password, just type CHANGEME in all caps and log in. All right, that's your dashboard, running on your computer, right now. That's not a website you're visiting, that's yours. Look around. Endpoints, API keys, combos, really clean. Let's connect our first free model. Click Providers in the sidebar. Now this catalog is big, 250 plus providers, 90 plus with some kind of free tier. And that number climbs basically every release, so whatever's on your screen is the real number. Don't take mine as gospel. For your first one, Kiro AI gets you free access to Claude models, around 50 credits a month per account. Or Open Code Free, which doesn't even ask you to sign in. That's a free model, connected, routing through your own machine. Now while you're on this page, scroll the free ones, because there's some genuinely wild stuff in here. Cerebras hands you 1 million tokens a day. NVIDIA NIM has well over 100 models. Cloudflare, Coder, Pollinations, Longcat, all sitting right there. Connect 2 or 3 while you're here. Seriously, do it now. Because in about 6 minutes, I'm going to show you the feature that turns those 3 into one setup that basically never goes down. And you'll want them ready. Now, the thing I did not explain well last time, how you actually connect these, because they're not all the same, and picking the right kind saves you a lot of pain. OmniRoute sorts providers by how you log in. you'll see four kinds. First, no sign-in. Some just work, nothing to enter. Open code, the one you just did. Great for testing. Second, API key. You generate a key on the provider's own site and paste it in. DeepSeek works this way. So do NVIDIA, Grok, Cerebras, Mistral, OpenRouter. Third, app sign-in. You click Connect, a login window opens, you approve it. Claude, GitHub, and Codex sit here. Convenient, but that login can expire and need reconnecting. Fourth, browser cookies. A couple of providers let you paste cookies from a logged-in tab. It works, but it's the fragile option. Cookies expire fast. So here's my actual advice. Lean on the API key ones as your backbone. A key is stable. It maps to a clear free tier limit, and it doesn't break the way a login or a cookie does. Let me connect DeepSeek that way so you see the pattern. Click the provider, hit Add API Key, and it asks for the key. To get one, open the provider's site, sign up free, find the API keys page, and create a key. Copy it, paste it back here, save. It runs a quick test, the card goes green, and the models show up. Same move for every API key provider. Do 2 or 3 now because that stack matters in a few minutes. Once you've got a few connected, let's make sure they're actually live. Open the card for one of your providers and hit Test All Models. It runs a quick test against the key you gave it and checks which models answer back. Then go back to Home and look at the provider topology in the middle. You'll see animated dotted lines running between your providers. That's how you know your connections are up and routing. Let's talk to it. Easiest way is right here in the dashboard. Open the playground. For the model, type one word, auto. That tells OmniRoute to look at everything you've connected and pick for you. Type a message and send it. There it is. Free models, routed through your own machine, no browser tab full of logins. And it shows you which provider actually answered, right on the response. Prefer the terminal? Open a second command prompt window, since the first one's running the server, and type OmniRoute space chat. Same thing, in your terminal. This is the one I told you to connect a few providers for. The problem it solves. Free tiers run out. Your mid-task, quota hits 0, everything stops. A combo is your backup plan. A list of models, in order. Number 1 runs dry. It quietly moves to 2. 2 goes down, 3 picks it up. You do nothing. 2 ways to set it up. The lazy way, which is how I'd start. Set your model name to auto. You already did that in the playground. OmniRoute scores everything you've connected and picks live. Want real control? Find combos in the sidebar and build your own. Pick your models, drag them into order, choose a strategy. There's a stack of strategies in there. For your first, use priority. It means go top to bottom. And underneath all of it, 3 safety nets run for you. A whole provider goes down, a circuit breaker skips it until it recovers. 1 key gets rate limited. That key cools off while your others keep serving. 1 model hits its cap. It locks out that model and nothing else. So instead of your AI stopping, you get a handoff you never see. Okay, this is the one I teased at the start. It's called compression, and it stretches your free quota, which, given the whole theme of this video, yeah, here's the idea. When you work with AI, especially inside a code editor, you end up shipping it a ton of junk, log files, command output, the same context over and over and over. All of that burns tokens you don't get back. Light is about 15% saved. Safe, always on default. Aggressive, around 50. Ultra, around 75. Think about that for a second. Your free tier gives you 1 million tokens. You cut usage in half. You just got 2 million tokens of work out of the same free tier. That is not a typo. My honest advice, start on light or standard. Check the answers still look right, then push it up. Last piece, and the one I skipped last time. Wiring this into the editor, you actually code in. I'm using VS Code because it's free and open source, so anybody can follow along. Open VS Code. Up in the top right, just inside the search bar, there's a toggle chat icon. Click it, and a chat panel opens on the right. In that chat, click where it says Auto. A small menu pops up. You might spot a little gear icon here depending on your VS Code version. If you see the gear, click it. If not, click Manage Models. Then on the next screen, click Add Models. In the drop-down, pick Custom Endpoint. Now it wants the endpoint. Hop back to the OmniRoute dashboard, click Endpoints, and copy the endpoint sitting there. Paste it into VS Code and hit Enter. Next, it asks for an API key. Back to OmniRoute, click API keys. Connect one. Name it anything. Leave the defaults. Copy it, paste it into VS Code, and hit Enter. Then it asks for the request and response format. Choose Chat Completions. Now it drops you into a little model config file. 3 things go in here: a model ID, a name, and the URL. The model ID comes from your provider's page in OmniRoute. The name is whatever you want, and the URL is the same endpoint you just copied. I'll grab the model ID off my provider's page, drop it into the config, and name it OR-DeepSeek. OR for OmniRoute, so it's easy to spot later. Paste the URL, then save the file. Now click Auto in the chat again, and your new model shows up in the list. Select it and start chatting. I'll ask it whether building a SaaS app is feasible, and there it is, a full answer, running on a free model through your own machine. Let me add one more so you've got a fallback ready. Google Gemini this time. Same steps. Grab the model ID, fill in the config, save. Then pick it in the chat, and you're talking to Gemini. And that's the whole point of this. Instead of bouncing between a dozen different sites, all your free models live right here in one editor. The free tiers were always there. You're just getting at them in a smarter way. Configure a few of them, and it's hard to run out because the limits reset. And if one hits its cap, it hands off to another. It even covers image and video models, but that's a whole separate video. So that's the full setup. Hundreds of providers behind one address, running free on your own machine, wired into your editor. The GitHub link's in the description. Throw the repo a star, the maintainers earned it. And tell me in the comments which provider you connected first and which editor you hooked up. I read those, and they tell me what to build next. If this saved you time, hit like. It helps the channel. I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.